Hi there. Yep, it's Andy here, Andrew from Andy's World Journeys, and the date is Halloween, 31st of October 2020, and you're going to follow me now into Melbourne City, which we've just come out of lockdown a few days ago, and I haven't been into the city since early in the year. We're going to see Federation Square, Flinders Street Station, hopefully, and maybe just go for a little wander around the centre of Melbourne and see how things are going. 2020 has been a hell of a year, obviously, and in Australia, hopefully things are starting to really improve now, but you just don't know. A few months ago, we had well over 700 cases a day. Today they announced one that was a possible light positive, which means it could possibly be negative. So we've done a pretty good job, but it's been a pretty hard lockdown. I'm going to be doing something else that I haven't done for a very long time, and that is hop on the public transport system. I've got a couple of masks actually ready to go, because obviously masks are compulsory here in Victoria at the moment. So we're about to head off to the train station and take public transport for the first time in at least 8-9 months, possibly more. Here we are at the station.
Eyes wide, tongue-tied, midnight. You can say all that you want, but you and I were meant for this. You know, sometimes we hide behind this illusion that we're done. Oh, please see that you're wrong in this. I don't fall in love 'cause I'm here tonight. I don't wanna say it, but it just feels right.
Hey all, it's pretty windy out here on the station. I've got about 6 minutes before the train comes. There's a V-line coming through right now though. There it goes, going out to regional Victoria. So, what I'm really interested to see is just how busy the trains are. How many people are taking the trains right now. Apparently, over the winter, hope you can hear me, a lot of people have bought new cars, and second-hand cars actually. Second-hand car market's apparently gone through the roof because nobody wants to take public transport for fear of catching you-know-what. So now that things are just opening up, let's see, and by just opening up, it was 4 days ago, the Wednesday the 28th, that we opened up at midnight, and Kmart is like one of our big department stores for cheaper sort of goods, and they had people queuing before midnight to enter Kmart so that they could shop again. All these places have been open for click and collect and delivery obviously, but people were just so desperate to go shopping, which I think is a little insane personally, but hey, people, what are you going to do? Anyways, not long now and the train should be here, so let's see how we go. Here we are safely on the train. As you can see, it's sparsely populated, not a lot of people here, but there are a few. So anyway, let's head into the city and see what it has to offer us today. Usually this will be absolutely packed on a Saturday, I would say. So we've got to be talking about 5 to 10% of the number of people you would expect to see here, I'd say. So you're looking up there at St Paul's Cathedral. It's an Anglican cathedral in the pretty much the centre of town. We'll swing back here. So, the centre of Melbourne, as you can see, it's actually, you know, there's a few people about. It's not dead, but it's certainly not buzzing in any way, shape or form. I mean, we're talking 10%, I'd say, of the numbers. You know, a few intoxicated people around Flinders Street station, which there always is, so their numbers doesn't seem to have diminished at all. Across from me is where they're building the new Metro Rail Tunnel project. And you know what? The souvenir shop is open. So maybe if we go and have a look in there, we'll see what sort of souvenirs you might find should you come to Melbourne. These are Cobra style hats, which are popular Australian hats. You got your boomerangs, lots of boomerangs. You can get your own Aussie socks, mate. How can you go wrong? Oh, and even hand puppets. Who doesn't like a good Aussie hand puppet? Yeah, koalas, all the like. Postcards. And these here, we call these thongs, everyone. Thongs, not the underwear. What you know probably overseas as flip-flops. Fancy some tight Aussie boxers. I'm not sure many people are hardy Melbourne right now. And lots of cute cuddlies. Oh yes. Don't buy too many kangaroos, you'll go hopping mad. And this here, that's a beer holder. Don't worry, the koala won't drink your beer. And this is the famous Australian platypus. Half mammal, half amphibian. Must be tough here. Must be very tough at the moment. I don't know. I don't even know why the shop's open, to be perfectly honest. Maybe I should buy something. I think one of these adorables. How much are they? 20 bucks. Yeah, alright. I'm going to buy a little koala. You know, and support local. Hello there. How you going, Mr. Koala? Oh, I'm great, thanks. Maybe I could be in some of your videos, Andrew. Who knows? Who knows? People might think I'm a little bit psycho though. You know, more than normal. Right, so this here is Federation Square. It is open. It's just sort of a little harder to access than per normal. Usually they have like a information booth here and stuff, but that stuff's not open at the moment. We do have a few dining options, and I might try one later. Not much later though, because I'm getting hungry. But as you can see, you know, there's still a little bit going on. Over there we have a bit of cosplay or something going on. So I'm going to go and have a wander and see. What we've got here on the ground is some sort of giant circles. So the idea is, you and your group sticks within the circle and you're socially distanced from other people. But we do appear to have, oh look, we've got some people in cosplay plus a mariachi band. So that's not exactly what I expected to see when I came into the city today. But hey, it's something. So a bit of life returning to the city, hey? They're all posing, don't they? some sort of thing happening. Drums over there. That is one big guitar. So, I'm at the Timeout Bar here and I'm about to make an order. I pretty much know what I'm going to have, an Australian favourite, a chicken parmigiana. So, anyways, this is Timeout Bar. It's one of the more well-known places at Federation Square to have a bite to eat or a drink. I think at the moment it's 20 inside and 50 outside, so that's pretty cool. And there's nowhere near that, so everything's looking pretty safe. And what was going on before, apparently it's something to do with SBS, Special Broadcasting Service, a channel, one of the channels we have here, the sort of multicultural channel, I guess you could say, has a lot of foreign films and news and stuff from all around the world. And they were filming some little promo, maybe to show that things are livening up back in Melbourne. Anyway. Man with beer. Most liked man in the world is man with beer. And I'm happy with this. It's called the chicken parmigiana. Italian in origin. Most people consider this the quintessential Australian meal. And I do recommend that you try one. It doesn't have to be chicken, you can have a veal parmigiana too. Chicken is more popular. You can even get like pork if you go to the right place, or beef. But here I am at Timeout Bar, having my first sit-down meal in a restaurant in who knows how long. And here we go. This is basically what you get. You get your crumb chicken, your tomato sauce, and your cheese. And sometimes they put ham on it, sometimes they don't. Doesn't look like they put ham on it here. I've only had a very short time to think of a name for my new friend, who's going to possibly accompany me on videos, possibly not, we'll see. But I've decided to go with Con the koala. Hello? I've still got a freaking tag on my head. I'm not a ventriloquist. Do not expect me to close my mouth. Let me just say, chicken parmigiana, bloody good meal. Yeah, baby. Koalas, love eucalyptus, and chicken parmigianas. That's me, Con the koala. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Now that I've checked out Federation Square, had a little look around, and bought a koala, I'm just going to go for a little walk around Southgate. Just a very, very short walk back to Flinders Street station, yeah, you'll see. And I'd like to just show you just some important, well, some landmarks here. What we've got up here, first of all, this building, this tall building, can you see this tall building here? So that's the Eureka Tower. And from there you can see some pretty sweet views of the city. It's the tallest building in Melbourne. Over here, this sort of circular building is the concert hall, the Melbourne Concert Hall. And behind it there's a spire there, that's the Melbourne Arts Centre. Both have concerts and performances, or at least will when things are somewhat back to normal. And down here, this river, that's the mainstay of Melbourne, that would be the Yarra River. So, you know, make sure you remember all that for 20 quick questions. That's okay, there's no questions, honestly. I promise. Yeah, so here we are down, and here is the old Yarra River, eh? People out and about, getting a bit of exercise in. So even these boats are running now, so some ideas of things we might be able to take you and see. A couple of things that you might be allowed to. Shut up, Andrew. And of course, restaurants and bars down here at the Southgate area. All safe socialising and all that jazz, as they say. Sake restaurant and bar. Up here at Southgate we can see a few bars are open, and life slowly coming back to the city. Slowly but surely. Let's just hope that all the numbers can stay down, and before we know it, things will start to feel a bit normal. Despite it being cold, I've gone with an ice cream. And this is where I'm going to leave you. Thank you very much for joining me and having a little look at how Melbourne's slowly opening up today. And look at Fed Square, Flinders Street, bit of Southgate, having a little look at the city. Just a very little look, obviously. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And in the new year, 2021, have a look out for a new series that I'll be doing called Revealing Melbourne, which will take you into other things that there are to see and do in Melbourne as Melbourne starts to open up, and fingers crossed it opens up, because you know we've already been into lockdown, out of lockdown, into lockdown, out of lockdown twice now. So anything's possible in this crazy wacky world. Wherever you are, please stay safe, and may the journey never end.
I left to go and let it breathe, but I'll be waiting here, you see. I don't know if everything will be alright. Sometimes you gotta let go, 'cause I gotta let you go.